Hey guys, welcome back to another one. In today's video, we are going to talk about 2023 and also welcome to 2023. So this is how I am going to use my YouTube channel starting this year going forward. And not to say that the way I used it in the past, just covering specifically Theta Network for the most part, was wrong, but I'm starting to switch that up. My journey in crypto is starting to change just from one altcoin to looking at the far future, and we'll kind of dig into exactly what that is. So I will be showing you my portfolio every single video, and this is just one side of my portfolio. We'll talk about different sides to it here in a second, but as you can see, it's pretty bare bones, and this is going to be my 7-figure. I know this is going to be $1 million portfolio in the future, and I want everyone to follow along with my journey as I get there. And if you're interested, then you can follow along with me by subscribing to this YouTube channel. So that is kind of how my overall vision for this channel is now in 2023 and going forward. As you can see, I've kind of tried to get there with these new thumbnails, and I think this is going to be the thumbnail image that I kind of stick with going forward. I'm going to have my portfolio value at the very bottom so you can get a quick snippet of where my portfolio is, and then as well as the topics that I'm going to talk about. So it's not to say that I won't talk about Theta anymore, but for the most part, my portfolio and then the overarching crypto news. And if Theta news is part of the crypto news, then I definitely will talk about it as well. So I'm not just 100% leaving Theta whatsoever. I still am a huge fan of the project, but I think the overall crypto space will be something that a lot more people are interested in as well as myself. And I do want to cover other things outside of Theta. So that is going to be my overarching theme for the new year and going forward. So if you see some differences, I know I've already started to notice less people tune in, but I'm okay with that, because if I want to have this YouTube channel centered around the things that I'm passionate about, then I think just having this medium for me to talk about the things that I'm passionate about, which is Theta as well as other cryptos, I think that will make the overall content better as well. Instead of trying to, especially in the crypto winter, I found like it was very hard to make news for Theta, and I don't want to just make some hypotheticals and hype the altcoin in the crypto winter. And I found not that I necessarily was doing that, but it could easily go down that path. So that is something that I wanted to stray away from. So that is what I'm going to do going forward. And as you can see here, this is my top picks, and I'll kind of explain each one of these real quick. I don't want to make these videos too long either. I noticed last year I was going for 8, 9, 10 minute videos, but I think those are too long as well. So I'm going to try and trim down my videos as well and make them maybe 5 to 6 minutes, if that. And we'll kind of see. I'll continue to tinker with it, and your feedback will be much appreciated as I continue on this journey. So the first one I want to talk about is Bitcoin. And this is something that I've been buying heavily, as well as a lot of other people in the crypto winter. A lot of people are starting to move away from the altcoins into Bitcoin, as we see the Bitcoin dominance is rising. And the primary reason why I am moving into Bitcoin, or I like Bitcoin, it was the first crypto I think myself as well as many other people started to purchase, is by looking at the current monetary system. And you can check it out by seeing the worth of $1 today and the purchasing power that it had in the past. And that's all because of inflation. So this is just a quick little chart to show you that back in the 1900s or 1920s, $1 today was valued at $26 back then. And that 100% is because we have the power to create more dollars out of thin air. And that is something that is not cool. So any dollar that's in your bank account is losing value over time. And Bitcoin, this is the inverse of the US dollar. As you see, the Satoshi value, or the value of Bitcoin over time, is exponentially increasing, while the dollar value is exponentially decreasing. So that in and of itself is a primary driver for everyone to want to get some Bitcoin. And not only that, if we look at some other charts, just the percentage of global population using Bitcoin and the Bitcoin supply issuance, we can see that we're still super duper early. And I'm not 100% convinced that we're going to make it to 85 to 90% of the entire global population using Bitcoin, maybe in the far, far future. But even that amount of of the population probably doesn't even use the US dollar at this time. So even if it doesn't make it that high and it still hovers somewhere around the 50% range, as long as the network adoption is continuing to grow, I think the overall value and the principles that Satoshi Nakamoto created in the past will continue to run true, and the price of Bitcoin will continue to exponentially increase as well. And that's just because there is a locked value. So that's one reason. Another reason is the SEC has straight up said that Bitcoin is not a security. So it's the only cryptocurrency out there that the SEC is a-okay with not labeling a security. And that's just because it is so darn decentralized. There's no one person that you can point your finger at in order to make the Bitcoin network change. And that can't be the same for basically any other crypto out there right now. And I hate to say it, there's a lot of other decentralized ones out there, but nothing meets the scale of Bitcoin. So that's one or a couple of the reasons why Bitcoin is the largest holding that I have right now. The second largest holding that I have is Ethereum, and there's a lot of pros to Ethereum as well. Ethereum was the very first smart contract cryptocurrency out there, and there's a lot of pros to having that first mover advantage, and Ethereum hits the nail on the head with that one. And they also just shifted to the ETH 2.0, which shifted from proof of work successfully over to proof of stake, which means that a lot of institutions and corporations, because of the ESG narratives out there, they're more okay with using Ethereum than they were before. Also, because of the total value locked on Ethereum is extremely high. Even in the crypto winter, there's still billions of dollars locked into Ethereum, as well as the entire crypto space. But as you can see, more than half of all of the total value locked, which is $22.9 billion, is in Ethereum, which is awesome. So that is one of the reasons. And the last one here, I'll finish this up, is there's always a new Ethereum killer out there. And I'm sure in the next crypto bull market, there's going to be another Ethereum killer out there. But Ethereum has so far stood the test, and they have done excellent with it. So that is another reason why I'm a-okay with having Ethereum as the OG smart contract cryptocurrency that is still looking to improve itself as well. It hasn't stopped. It's still making updates even after the switch to proof of stake. So that's why I'm a-okay with continuing to build up my Ethereum position. The last one I want to talk about is, of course, Cardano. So Cardano was a purchase that I got when I was really like one of the first ones after Bitcoin. I was just huge into it. And then my wife, she was a fan of Cardano as well. So that's why it's still in the portfolio. I'm probably going to wait till the next bull cycle, and I may start to trim some of my position as the bull cycle goes into swing, but I'll let you know that one. The benefit to Cardano is the proof of stake as well. So I do love passive income, and Cardano does provide passive income through staking. So that is a pro to Cardano. But my top two for sure are Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you're interested in the other cryptos that I am purchasing, I do have a Patreon out there, and I am purchasing cryptos every single day, and you can see my trades on this Patreon. You can also see the cryptos not only in my main account, but I have another account that I am purchasing cryptos specifically to 5 to 10x within the next bull cycle. So that is something that if you're interested in following along with that journey, then the Patreon is for you. Last thing I want to leave you with, if you dig this content, please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.